My fellow Nigerians, please, if you are coming across this very update, don't allow the Igbos to see this video, because this man that you are seeing on this screen, they just asked him something about the Igbos and what he said or what he told to the Igbos. I cannot believe it, because there is one viral video or update of Gowon that have been trending, and what this man that you are seeing on this screen said to Gowon or said about Gowon and the Igbos have shocked a lot of Nigerians. To find out what he said, I would like you to listen to this very video and share it so that other Nigerians can still listen to waiting I hear for this very update.
Mazen Jenja, thank you for joining us this morning.
Thank you very much, Natalie. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for making our time to be with us this morning. Now, it's been a nostalgic moment for all of us, watching how the incidents played out years ago. But a lot has still not been forgotten. The fact that Ohaneze Youth Council has even said that Gowon was responsible for the deaths of so many school children, among mothers. Lots of people died, people that even died before they could forgive him. Nigerians are saying, has General Gowon asked for forgiveness? Has he apologized to Ndibo before Peter Obi asks us to forgive him? What is your appreciation of this situation? Should Ndibo forgive General Gowon?
Well, when we talk about forgiveness, if Ndibo should forgive General Gowon, I think, I put it this way. Forgiveness is given when forgiveness is sought after. In this case, I'm not aware that Gowon has publicly apologized to Ndibo on his role in that war. However, Gowon, being a Christian, has over the time shown outreach by his engagement within the Christian community by saying, pray for Nigeria, let's, the things that happened in the past, let it be. But if Ndibo is waiting for him to expressly say, please forgive me for my role in that war, that has not happened. I recall that earlier in the year, Dr. Alex Obonna, I believe, the PRO for Ohaneze, I think there was time they issued a statement demanding that General Gowon should ask for forgiveness. Now, my take on this will rather be, if forgiveness is sought after, of course, there is no reason, for me, genuinely why Ndibo should not forgive General Gowon. However, if you look at what, in that tweet you mentioned, what Peter Obi actually said, he said that God created us and gave us eyes in the front, not at the back, so that we can look forward and not look backwards. And that will bring me to, if you want to look at it this way, bring in the Japan and the US. When Japan, during the Second World War, or when US bombed Japan with atomic bomb, that is in Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Now, if you fast forward many years later, a couple of decades later, you find out that Japan is one of the greatest allies to the United States. Yet these were a people that committed one of the heinous crimes on the planet Earth, right? And if you reach out to the Japanese, they will tell you that there has not been any public apology. However, Japan is not stuck in the in the past. Japan has made progress. Japan has, even those they would have considered, or they considered as people who really committed these heinous crimes on them, they have moved on, and they tried to look forward to see what can we make with ourselves. And in my case, I would say same to Ndibo. Yes, that was the darkest part of our nation's history. So said Peter Obi as well, and I agree with that. However, as Igbo, we must dust ourselves, move on from that point, and make an Igbo to be the best, within Nigeria. A clear example as what you see in the Bayern Munich area of Germany, or the Barcelona in Spain, to be that region that everybody will go, would want to invest, live, and retire happily. Like I said, to summarize, if forgiveness is sought after, why not? Why shouldn't Igbo forgive?
Okay, Mazi Tochiko, when you call out and ask for forgiveness, when you entirely forgive is when you forget. You forgetting is not entirely what you would want to, but you have to at that point in time. Why? Because you don't remember that those things makes you entirely not to hold grudges, right? But now, in this stance, forgiving and forgetting is like forgetting your history, which is not possible. So somehow it's going to creep in on us, right? So it's going to come back. The dark days is going to come back. You're going to remember there was always something to trigger these things. And I know 3-something million people died during the Biafran War. So it affected almost all the families in Igbo land, right? So forgiving and forgetting should go hand in hand. But the contradiction right now is that you can't literally forget your history. So how do we deal with this bleak? Your thoughts?
I was shaking my head when you were, asking your question. Yes, if forgiveness is sought after, we should forgive. But one thing we will not do is to forget. Go back to the Bible. The Bible says even to forgive your enemy. The Bible asks you that you should not go to bed every single day without having forgiven those that offended you. As you have, when we even in our daily prayers, we say, forgive us as we have forgiven those that offended us. And that's where it stops. To say to forget, I think that is a wrong connotation. Why would you forget? Yes, I have forgiven someone who has offended me, if there is any offense. Yes, I have forgiven someone that I felt offended. Now, again, pay attention to the word, felt offended. Yes, I have forgiven that individual, but if something happened to me, how do I tell my children the history of what happened between 1966 and 1970? We can go back and forth with this. Yes, forgiveness can be given if it's sought after. But to say we forget, to say that you forget, I'll give you an example. The Jews in Germany may have forgiven those who killed them in an industrial scale. But I do not think for 1 second to say that the Jews have forgotten. Because one thing the Jewish massacre does is that it has offered them the opportunity to remember. Anytime, I know schooling in Germany, one of the, in our first year as foreign students, one of the things the university wanted us to do is to visit the site in Auschwitz where this massacre took place. To forget is that, to say you forget means, okay, destroy the War Museum in Omaha, destroy the Ojukwu bunker. No. This has become part of us. It's like in a relationship. One partner may offend the other. Yes, you forgive, but of course, that's why you're human. The day you say you forget, you have wiped yourself off that history. And again, not to know history is the reason why sometimes we make the mistakes we make as a people, as a nation. So I do not think, honestly, here that anyone is advocating of forgetting, because forgetting for me should be, it's injurious.
All right,
because
Mazin, let me come in. Speaking about Peter Obi, I know you played a huge role during the campaign season, supporting Peter Obi. So it's very important for me to ask you this question. Should he have asked Ndibo to forgive General Gowon? Should Peter Obi have asked Ndibo to forgive General Gowon?
Again, I think this is, if you go back to his tweet, last night I took out time again to reread his tweet. Peter Obi did not ask Ndibo to forgive General Gowon. What, his context in that is that he was making reference to the original tweet where he said, and I think what ilked some people is where he kind of called him a hero. And some people said, no, he's some people used unprintable words on Gowon. So it's not on him to tell Ndibo. However, we must understand that Peter Obi is a politician who believes that he can build bridge between the Southeast and the entire North. Yesterday, he went to Jigawa, Dutse in Jigawa, to commemorate with the families that lost, the community that lost over 160 people in a petrol fire incident. That is someone who is building bridge, that has been left to wallow since the death of people like Dr. Nanda Zikiwe, Dr. Alex Ekweme, and it appears that Ndibo is at loggerhead with their northern counterpart.